So the Tyrannosaurus Rex is actually quite interesting because did you know it is the only animal that is commonly referred to by its full Latin name? And I think that's just a really interesting thing. And honestly, I think that's quite beautiful.
It's actually not that interesting. Anyway, David, look at the time. It is the Chainsaw Minute.
I'm David, and this is your dose of Chainsaw Man. You can join us every Friday where we see what masterpiece Fujimoto put out, or you can even find these episodes up to 3 days early on Patreon. All you have to do is make a free account.
I'm Jordan, and if you're looking for regular Shonen Flop goodness, you can find our next episode, which is our full thoughts on Shadow Eliminators featuring Mugi this Monday on the Shonen Flop feed.
You know what? Spoiler alert, that was a great episode.
Yeah, you know what, David? I usually don't like to spoil things, but you're right.
And just heads up, these recordings are open to everyone, so listen in and chat along with us on the Shonen Flop Discord every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern when there's a new chapter out. Find a link to it in the show notes or on our site, and a big shout out to everyone listening in right now.
Hello!
Of course, Jordan, the opposite of our wonderful listeners are the devils. So Jordan, what was your devil this week?
David the Deck Devil. You see, about 2 days ago, we got a notice saying, hey, take everything off the decks behind your house because we're going to demolish them starting in 2 days and we're going to replace them all. So it's like, oh, thanks for giving us like a heads up, you know? Like out of fucking nowhere.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it was really annoying.
I can imagine.
Especially because it was Sunday, so we couldn't exactly call like the office to check what the fuck is happening, you know? And get any details on it. So, you know, I almost thought we wouldn't be able to record today, but thankfully they haven't started working on our deck yet. So, you know.
Oh, good. And mine was the Rain Devil. Mine is relatively minor, but it's never a contest, Jordan. It was raining on Saturday. I went to go hiking and I couldn't because it was raining. So very boring devil this week for me.
You know what, David? Sometimes the most boring things are the most devastating.
I think that's what Shakespeare said.
Yeah.
And speaking of Shakespeare, let's get into some poetry. Let's hear the plot summary for
Chapter 176. 2 children. Just 2 children.
Yep, 2 kids, 2 furious.
2 children.
That's my parents.
Yoru and Aza are having an obvious flashback to, you know, back when they're in the tub, just hanging out. Yoru makes a soap knife.
They in the tub.
You know, just girls being friends.
Yeah.
Yoru makes a soap knife to show that she doesn't have to say the name of her weapons to create them anymore.
Imagine if they went to prison.
How convenient, though. Like, it's nice that this was revealed when they weren't able to speak. Aza asks her, hey, why don't you stop trying to kill Denji? I don't think you're gonna be able to do it, and you don't seem like it'll make you happy. And Yoru says that she wants to make him vomit out her comrades. And you know what? She has 2 weapons that if she made them, she could totally kick his ass, but, like, she doesn't really want to because, you know, it would run counter to, like, saving her comrades. So Aza's like, well, then why don't you just stop? And she's like, no, I want to beat Tenji because I want to be the strongest devil. I want to show him that I'm strong. Popcorn David.
She totally sounds like Mac from It's Always Sunny, where it's like, oh, if you just let me at him, I could do it. Like, it's like when Mac says he does a backflip every single day.
Yeah, right.
Flash forward to reality, and Yor realizes that snap, there goes gravity, and that she is willing to sacrifice her children to defeat Chainsaw Man.
Damn.
She summons the Tank and Gun Devils to create prosthetic arms for herself and pokes Chainsaw Man in the belly so hard the mouth devil flies out. I can't wait for the Photoshop where someone replaces the Tank Devil with HB Bomber Guy, our number one tanky YouTuber. Jordan's like, he'll never be on the show now.
Yeah. No, I'm just thinking of being like, well, actually, based on his ideology, that I would not classify him as a tanky, for I feel that he is not.
Oh, look at the time! It's the Chainsaw Minute. Fucking poetry. God, I just love a sword out of soap, and it says the soap sword. So stupid.
The sword and the soap. It's great. Yeah, it says soap on the side.
Yeah, because it's a soap bar.
It's the soap bar, yeah. No, damn, the return of the Gun Devil, though.
Yeah, I guess he didn't die. That's crazy, though. It makes sense. So I wonder if all weapon devils are under Yoru, because she is the war devil, because they explicitly said Chainsaw Man battled the 4 horsemen and the weapons.
I guess chainsaws don't count because they're not really weapons of war, but it would make sense that a gun devil and of course a tank devil would be under war.
I guess it's maybe if these objects only are used for war. So, for instance, a flamethrower has combat purposes, but also has other purposes to it.
Does it?
Yeah, it can be used for, removing, shrubbery and stuff. There's definitely commercial use of flamethrowers.
I guess, yeah.
Like the knife devil, that's something that has military and yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, knives are, important survival tools.
Yeah, so that's what I mean is, that's potentially something that's a weapon that's not considered under the war devil.
Right, versus, the nuclear weapons or something like that, you know? I wonder if Bomb Girl is under Yoru's jurisdiction.
Getting real dangerous mentioning Bomb Girl.
Let's get dangerous, huh?
Yeah. I really do love the introspective conversation between Asa and Yoru, where she's like, so why the fuck are you doing this then? You know?
Yeah.
It's it's only a game. She's like,
yeah.
Why do you have to be mad?
Yoru's kind of just she's like, I want to save my comrades. And then Asa digs deeper and she just because I'm better than him. I want to show him that I'm better. I'm stronger.
Yeah, fucking we love our tsundere war devil.
Oh, yeah.
And Jordan, I'm surprised you haven't brought this up yet, but at first I thought that the face devil was a reference to Berserk with the amulet, but looking at it, and Jordan, it is absolutely a reference to King Crimson.
Let me check it out, because I didn't...
It is 100% a reference to In the Court of the Crimson King.
I can see that.
No, the mouth is identical.
I mean, it's similar. I don't know if I'd say identical.
Jordan, let me have this.
You know what, David? I'll give it to you.
You know what? People post a comment if you think I'm out of pocket, but I stand that is definitely a reference to King Crimson. Our favorite stand that no one knows how it works.
Well, I mean, man, people who think that King Crimson is complicated, just wait till D4C.
I understand. Well, that's because they retconned how D4C works, which is why it's so confusing.
Yeah.
If D4C had its final power set from the start, it wouldn't be very confusing.
Yeah, I suppose. Isn't it somebody tried to figure out how exactly the shooting worked and it just doesn't make any sense? Yeah,
I think a friend of the show, Shuckmeister, tried to do an analysis and they're like, it's not consistent with how that stand works. So they had to have changed how it worked.
God, I'll never forget, right as I was reading part 8, I went for a walk and I ended up standing outside of the former Capitol building in Philly and I was just like, this is right where it happened.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then something interesting as well, so does that mean that when Mako was fighting the Gun Devil, she was fighting her nephew?
I suppose so.
It's also interesting how Makima likes to use finger guns, so I wonder if that's an intentional mockery of Yoru or just Fujimoto just being Kino.
You hate to see this aunt-on-nephew violence, It's really sad.
Yeah. And then finally, I love the choice of words, burying the hatchet to the war devil. That's good translation. I would be curious what expression they used in Japanese. They may have the same expression.
Yeah.
And then, George, did you have any other thoughts?
I think it's in retrospect it does feel almost like foreshadowing that her arms were getting cut off.
Yeah. So she's armed herself now.
I get it. I get it.
Bad Chainsaw Man fanfiction. Now I've got the right to bear arms.
Yeah. Also, Diego in the chat makes a good point that Wonder of You is even more confusing.
Yes. Maybe one day we'll do a JoJo podcast.
Oh God, maybe.
But Jordan, did you have anything else you want to talk about Chainsaw Man related?
Nah, not really. I just
right.
I like it, David. It's a good manga.
You know what? And you're a good co-host, so I want to say thank you so much for all your hard work on the show.
Thank you, David, for everything that you do on the show.
You can find us on Twitter at ShonenFlopcast, Tumblr, I said Shumblr, Tumblr, Donut, I don't know where I even got that syllable. Tumblr, Shonen-Flop, and our website, ShonenFlop.com. We're on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, wherever else you get your podcast. Props to Shannon for the awesome cover art. Find her online at illuminyatea. As a reminder, you can be joining us recording every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern when there's a new chapter out. Find a link to it in the show notes or on our site. And stay tuned for Monday as we give our full thoughts on Shadow Eliminators featuring Mugi. And so, Jordan, though, I really want to circle back to the whole Bomb Devil. So I guess does that mean Denji was dating Asa's niece? Because that really brings up a lot of interesting conversations about how Devil...
I hate that. Anyway, David, I'm looking at the time and Chainsaw Man, it's over. Bye.
Bye.